Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby if you don't already know me, and I am sick of my intro. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. Today's video is going to be another monthly reset video. So I've already done my financial reset, and in this video, I'm sort of rethinking the way I do these videos. I used to do a reset video that I sometimes would combine with my financial reset, and then I would also do a digital plan with me. And I still want to do the digital plan with me, but I wanted to rethink the way I did those videos. I didn't think it was the most interactive. So I think I'm gonna try doing the plan with me included in my reset, because to reset every month, I do go through digital planning, in the sense I do Notion digital planning, and then I also do my regular like GoodNotes iPad digital planning. I thought it would make sense if I tried to lump them all together into one video. This might be a lot for a video, but I'm gonna give it a go today, okay? So the plan is we're gonna cover how I like to reset for a new month. I like to reflect on the last month, go through all of my goals and favorites and books and everything like that, just so I can like recap that month and then be ready for the new month, and I can kind of take those insights and add them into what I want to do for this month. And then we'll go through and make new goals, and then we will begin planning for the month. I like to make sure my calendar is ready to go. Notion, there's a couple other things I like to do in Notion as well, and then I move into my digital planner, where I usually plan more so my weekly and daily to-dos and daily spreads. So Notion is where I keep all of my long-term planning or just organization as a whole. I like to use Notion, but for like what I'm doing today and this week, I really like to do a digital planner on my iPad. I use GoodNotes 6. I use a digital planner currently from J Design Shop. I will leave it in the description box down below. They kindly sent it to me, and there's also a discount code in the description box as well if you are interested in it. It is an amazing digital planner. There's so many spreads. I will showcase this a little bit more. I didn't do an amazing job last month just because I was rushing to get my reset done, but I will show you guys a little bit more of this digital planner for this upcoming month. I think I might also show you guys like my Pinterest board and just, you know, ways I'm resetting for the new month. I am also super cozy. I have my blankie, and I just thought we could do like a more casual, laid back reset sort of vibe for this monthly reset. So without further ado, let's get into it because it's gonna be a long one. Okay, so this is my monthly reset page. I will leave my Notion template in the description box down below. It does look different because I've refreshed this for 2025, but all I'm doing is going in and adding new images, changing the fonts, changing the way I write things, but the layout is the exact same. And I also have instructions in that Notion template to teach you guys how to update your own Notion tracker. Let me know if you want a video going through like how to customize Notion. I feel like I've gotten a lot of little tips and things that I can show you guys if you are interested in that. I think the best part about Notion is that you can totally make everything your own. But let's go through the monthly reflections. What were my biggest wins this month and what contributed to my success? So I started a 75 mid challenge. It's a variation of the 75 hard challenge. If you're interested in what I'm doing for this challenge, you can go check out my fitness video. At the very end of that video, I talk about my 75 mid challenge. I will also be doing like a weekly vlog in my life in February while doing this challenge. That is coming, but I have been really consistent with my habits, and habits that I was always struggling to be consistent with, and I just feel like I'm getting that momentum now, and it's easier and it's not work to be consistent. So I think that that is a huge win from this month. I said my creativity. I've just been feeling really creative. I'm having like random video ideas in the shower or like out and about, and I've just been in a really creative space. And I think this is coming from, I've been trying to make more of a conscious effort to create more and consume less. That's like, it was a big thing on my vision board this year. Was I love consuming, don't get me wrong. I love watching YouTube, and I think YouTube to me isn't quite so much like social media, but I find the social media is like the doom scrolling and Instagram. I'm not really on TikTok, but you know, those doom scrolling, just quick hits of dopamine, I find that just really drains me, and I've been trying to use the time that I was doom scrolling for other creative ventures. What challenges or setbacks did I face? I had a little bit of overwhelm at the beginning of the year. I think we all kind of do. You know, there's so much pressure to like reset and change everything in your life. So I think I just felt a little bit overwhelmed at the beginning, but I just got myself organized. I did it slowly, and I feel a lot better now. And I just sort of learned that organization is like major for me and my success. It's more so to do with just like the brain overwhelm. Like I get really anxious when there's just too many things in my brain. I'm the type of person that sleeps better at night if everything that I usually would like ruminate on is written down somewhere. So by just having everything in a certain spot, I just feel so much mental clarity and I love it. How did I spend my time and does it align with my values? I was doing a lot of my 75 mid challenge habits. So walking, you know, reading, working on myself, my hair loss habits. Yeah, I felt so much better. I feel good. What habits or routines serve me well and which ones need adjustments? Yeah, like my challenge habits, my 75. These questions sometimes I'm like, there's not too much difference between the two of them. Yeah, because I have the 75 mid challenge, I've been using a habit tracker in Notion, which has just been high key. It's just so easy for me to quickly check in and think, okay, what am I missing? It's so hard to remember all of your habits when you have so many that you're trying to keep up with. But I just have a little habit tracker and I just check off what I've done. And it's almost like a little dopamine hit when I hit them all. And it's keeping me accountable and I like it a lot. Same with my digital planner and my Notion. I feel like the system I have right now is working really, really well. So I wanted those up. What is one thing I'm grateful for this month? My brother visited me and I love when my brother visits me. Me and my brother are the best of friends, like best friends. He is like my favorite person in the entire world. So yeah, he visited me and I love spending time with him. Okay, the monthly close out here. I'm going to try to include myself doing these things on this list because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I usually don't do them. These are like supposed to be my reminders of things I'm supposed to do on a monthly basis. And I can't remember the last time I descaled an espresso or cleaned the shower or mopped my floors. So I think I'm gonna try to force myself to do those things tomorrow and I'm gonna film it for this video and it's gonna hold me accountable. Sometimes YouTube and filming videos for YouTube actually holds me accountable because I have people who are like, you know, like if you told your friend that you were gonna do something and then you didn't do it, you feel more pressure to do it. So I feel like YouTube is like that for me. If you're struggling to get things done, try having an accountability partner. It definitely helps. And then this monthly cleaning routine here, I'm really trying to get in some sort of cleaning schedule and that is definitely a goal for February. So that is something I'm going to talk about when I get to my goals. Let's do monthly favorites. So for beauty, neither are really beauty, but I bought a sleeping mask and I bought some sleep noise earbuds. I thought I was buying something that was like Bluetooth that would connect to my phone. Like I really was confused when I bought them, but they're literally just earplugs. This is something I should have done earlier, especially because I struggle with getting enough sleep and getting to sleep on time. And me and David have completely opposite sleep schedules. David is my partner. He's like a complete night owl and I'm like early riser. I wake up at 5. He wakes up like several hours after me. So he goes to bed several hours after I do. And we have a small 1-bedroom apartment. The TV is literally hung on the outside of the wall that is the bedroom wall. So when he's like up watching TV at night, I obviously can hear it. We have cats too. They hate the door being closed. They know how to open the door. So I was trying to fall asleep while David was watching TV here and I'm in the room right there with the door ajar. And then I'm like, I wonder why I can't fall asleep. There was like light coming in, there was noise coming in. So I finally just was like, what am I doing? And I bought myself a sleep mask. I bought one of those ones that has like raised ridges. So like you could open your eyes fully, even when it's on. I used to struggle with eye masks because I felt very constricted, but I'm able to open my eyes with it. And it's been a major change. I feel like my sleep score with my Ultrahuman Ring has been so much better. I've been noticing that I fall asleep quicker, I stay asleep longer, and I think the quality of my sleep is also better. Clothes, the Tomorrow pants and the matching t-shirt I got in January. I will put them on the screen, maybe if I have some clips of me wearing them. I wore them in like a ton of videos this month, but there was like a pajama set I bought and the material of this is so elite. It's the softest, butteriest, stretchy, but like heavy. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this set. It's like my favorite thing to wear. I've been wearing it every day. I was like, I'm gonna buy this in every single color. Unfortunately, it's sold out in a lot of the sizes. So I'm very sorry if you're not able to buy them, but if you are able to, go buy them. Changed my life. As well as the TNA butter workout stuff. I got this set from my brother for Christmas, especially because I've been doing more Pilates workouts. I do one mat Pilates session a week. I have noticed that my regular weightlifting, very high compression workout stuff, I don't really like the feeling of like that sort of compression when I'm doing more like chill yoga, Pilates sort of workouts. And the TNA butter is just like the perfect workout set for that Pilates type of stuff. I just actually purchased a couple more outfits in the butter. I'm not gonna lie, I know I said I wasn't gonna buy stuff clothing wise for the month of February, but it's too good. It's so good. I bought stuff already. TV, The Bear. Me and David finally started watching this. I feel like a lot of girlies that I follow on YouTube have recently mentioned how they started watching this. We're all watching The Bear at the same time. But me and David are obsessed with it. I was told by 50 people to watch this show before I did. We watched the first episode and I just kind of felt like it was a little bit stressful because of the whole restaurant environment. I love that they're quick episodes. Me and David were watching Breaking Bad, and don't get me wrong, I'm still super down for Breaking Bad, but they're a lot longer, and me and David usually just need something quick to watch together because I need to like edit and shit like that. But yeah, so this has been the perfect show. Season 2 is so good. I'm so impressed with the like character progressions. Also, the Christmas episode was emotional, intense, traumatic, but yeah, I've been loving The Bear. YouTube creators that I've been loving this month. So one is Cadence Stringer. She has like 3,000 subs on YouTube and her content is so good, and I'm so confused how she doesn't have more subscribers. So if you're into like fitness, she does a lot of organization and just like bettering yourself sort of content, you need to check her out. Her videos are incredible. I've watched like every single one recently. I went down like a rabbit hole with her, so definitely go check her out, give her some love. I love her videos. Morgan Green as well. She's doing 75 hard right now. And you're gonna notice that 2 of my creators are like deep in the 75 hard, just because I find when I'm trying to do a challenge, it's a lot easier if I like surround myself with people who are doing the similar thing. And so I've been loving watching 75 hard creators just so that I'm, you know, keeps me like accountable, and I'm excited to do the challenge. And so Morgan's doing a video daily while she does 75 hard, and I've just been loving watching her videos, and it just kind of is like the first thing I watch in the morning, and it gets me prepared for another day of the challenge. And then Jennifer Madison as well. I found her from 75 hard. She had a crazy transformation on 75 hard. I've been loving watching her weekly vlogs, and she just is so inspirational. Love her vlogs. Amazing creators. So go check them out. Other category, been loving my Ninja Creamy. I feel like I bought it and I said I was gonna, you know, do more videos on it and stuff like that, and don't worry, I am. We've been sort of just trying to figure out good recipes and getting the hang of it. I feel like at first you don't know how to use it properly. We have finally figured out. I'm obsessed with it. Whenever we forget to make the creamy mix, I get so upset. And then I've obviously been loving my new camera, the DJI Pocket Osmo 3. It's incredible. The quality's insane. And then home, I have a diffuser. My brother bought me this insanely expensive and bougie diffuser for Christmas. My brother spoiled me. I don't know if you have noticed, but he bought me this diffuser that he has himself. It's an insanely expensive diffuser, and the scents as well are insanely expensive, but they have hotel scents, and the way that my house smells like the Shangri-La right now, especially if you have a small space, a small apartment. Like when I walk in the door, also you can't smell my cat's litter anymore. It just like eviscerated the cat litter smell. We have the litter right near the front door because it's in our little pantry room. I can't describe how good my house smells at all times. And also the way it eviscerates any bad smell is crazy. So highly recommend. I also have a new bathroom rod diffuser that I'm gonna put a photo up here. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a tobacco and vanilla, I think is the smell. And I've loved this candle for forever, but I just got the reed diffuser for the bathroom, and the smell of this is just insane. It's so good. Monthly books. I finally finished A Serpent in the Wings of Night. I loved this book. I really enjoyed it. The whole concept was really cool. It's got like a challenge basis. People compare it to Throne of Glass, and I agree. It has like a challenge, and it's like a female main character, and she's kind of a badass. It's like a vampire-based fantasy world. Main character is human, and she basically is raised by a vampire king, and she's a human, and everyone is dangerous, and she's sort of been kept away from all of these vampires all of her life, but she's been taught how to be a warrior, and she ends up in the Kijari, which is like a challenge. And yeah, basically it's like the Hunger Games where only one person makes it out alive, and I just thought it was so good. I thought the pace was incredible. I didn't expect the end. I'm super excited for the next book, but I'm not continuing right away because I'm obviously diving into the new Onyx Storm in the Fourth Wing series. I finished Broken Fae, which is the 4th book in the Ruthless Boys series, Ruthless Fae series. It's basically a prequel to the Zodiac Academy storyline, plotline. I didn't love the first 3 books. This one was a little bit better, a smidgen better. I think I'm just starting to enjoy the main boys a little bit more. Initially, I just thought that everyone was annoying. It's also a reverse harem. I didn't know that when I went into it, so if you're not into one girl, 4 guys getting it on at the same time, then this is not the series for you. I'm not a reverse harem girly. I don't know if it's my thing. It's not my deal. It's spicy though. If you need a spicy book, then this is your series. It's basically just spice and no plot though, so that's getting pretty frustrating. There's a very simple plot line of like who killed her brother that it is just taking way too effing long to get to. That's frustrating me, so that's why I've got 3.5 stars. I think I also need to be a little bit more ruthless when I rate books. Like 3.5 stars is generally a pretty good book, and like this wasn't an incredible book, so I could be a little bit more cutthroat, but whatever. I reread Fourth Wing because I'm rereading Fourth Wing and Iron Flame before diving into Onyx Storm, because I tend not to remember very much of storylines, and I feel like because there is actually a ton of world building and then like politics in these stories, I really wanted to be like fresh with it. And I also feel like I read the first two books over a long period of time, and so I felt like I wasn't like fully in this, you know, in the series. And I think doing the two books back to back, I'm listening to them in audiobook, but I'm also reading them at the same time. I'm like kind of doing both. And I feel like it's just, it's getting me there. I'm getting excited. So that's great. And I started Warrior Fae, which is the last book in the goddamn series that I'm trying to finish. I have to finish it because I need to know who the hell killed her brother. But like, oh my God, there's just so many fivesomes. Or foursomes? Is there 3 or 4 boys? There's 4 boys. Yeah, there's 4 boys. I'm losing my mind. Let's finally get to my goals. Let's go to my goals. To my goals. I got a lot of my goals done, which I'm very pleased with. I wasn't really overstretching myself for January, so I felt like they were all within my reach. My 3 main priorities were to do dry January, and then because I started 75 mid, which is also like no alcohol, this was just like an easy one for me, so no problems there. Oh, I'm gonna tick this as 100%, of course. I wanted to set up new routines that align with my annual goals, so I wanted to have like a new morning routine and then new night routines, just so I could be better with things like my sleep and like my other habits that I've been trying to implement. I've been meditating every single morning and like using my iRestore helmet for my hair loss and reading in the morning, and I think I've actually done a really good job with this, and I think that the 75 mid challenge obviously helped with that, so that is great. I also read 2 books. I read 3? Yeah, I read 3 books. I did all of my 15-minute tasks. I did all of my to-dos except for the mop the floors and the descale the Nespresso machine. As I mentioned, I really need to do those, so we're doing that tomorrow. Projects, I kind of just talked about some of the video ideas I have here, so I didn't get to all of them, but you know, I have some ideas for the future, so that's always great. Personal goals, we got all of these done. These are all very similar to the goals I already touched on. Health goals, I wanted to get back to 13K steps a day. I am currently doing that. It's part of my challenge. I wanted to get back to running once per week. I have been doing that. I think the only week I missed was the first week of January. I wanted to get back to my hair loss habits, also part of my challenge, and then 75 soft. We call this 75 mid here because it's not soft, it's mid. Okay, finance goals. I wanted to have a low spend month, which I didn't really do because I bought like a new camera and I bought flights to LA, so I didn't take that one off. Me and David had 2 date nights. I am seeing my girls tonight, the last day of January, so I can officially take that one off. I booked a trip to LA. I have not booked my trip to see my mom for her birthday yet. And I enjoyed weekend with my brother who visited. I did. Career goals. I wanted to get back to Etsy messages within 24 hours. I did do this. I also wanted to film the how to use my tracker video. I did that as well. I wanted to plan content calendar for January. I did that like mid-month, but I did do it. And then I wanted to plan some short form content, so I also did that. Yay! Okay, let's move on to February. Okay, so 3 non-negotiables. Continue with 75 mid challenge. That's, I wake up and I think about it. I go to bed, I think about it. I've been really consistent with these habits. I have missed like 1 or 2 habits here or there, but they're like the habits that are external to the 75 hard challenge. They're like the ones that I made myself. I forgot to do my iRestore helmet one day, but like that's not part of 75 hard. I really want to start aiming for a 9:30 p.m. bedtime. I've been way more consistent with 10 p.m. Beforehand, I was like all over the place. Like some days it was 11, some days it was 10, some days it was 11:30. And when I wake up at 5, that's just like not allowed. I really want to start slowly creeping that bedtime closer to 9:30 now that I'm starting to get like a little bit more of a night routine. And then I also want to finish my GST and HST application with my business. I made 30K last year with business income, so I'm legally bound to do this. And I started started it and then I got kind of stuck and then I stopped and then I never went back to it. So I'm going back. 15-minute task, as I mentioned, mop the floors. I want to clean my car. I want to vacuum my car. I have a big bag of donations I need to drop off as well. I also need to clean the showers I talked about. And then projects, I want to do like a shopping wish list for the spring. I did this for last year and I felt like it really helps me be a lot more intentional with my purchases, and I'm not as ready to buy a sale or something like that because I'm like, no, I really want this item and I've been waiting for it for months. I kind of want to start that up. I have a really good Notion template for shopping wish lists and I want to like redo that for 2025 and just like start figuring out what I need and dream items that I really want to buy. Same thing for home. I want to do like a home decor wish list. I also want to do a home vision board. I feel like my taste in what I want my home to look like is changing a lot ever since I turned 30. I have like a new Pinterest board for my home decor preferences, and let me pull this up. They gave me like a recommendation of like what my home decor style is. It was like organic something, and I was like, oh yeah, that's my style. Let me kind of just show you guys. It's called organic something. Very mature. Very, I just turned 30, you know, not as much color, but I think a lot more like minimal without being insanely minimal. I love sculptural, natural textures. I love, you know, dried big florals. I feel like my taste is just changing, and I want my home to sort of reflect that. I don't want to do this quickly and spend too much money. I want to take it easy with it, but at the same time, I want to start thinking about how I can like slowly make little purchases to move in the right direction. And then I want to make a cleaning routine with ChatGPT. ChatGPT really helps me just sort of rethink the way I do things. You know, I've been really thinking about this quote, nothing changes if nothing changes, and me just like hoping that I have a cleaning routine without actually making a plan for it is ridiculous. If this means that I have like a certain task I have to do on Mondays or Tuesdays or that sort of thing for a little bit just to get the hang of like what my cleaning routine will be, then I think that I should give that a go. So I want to make that with ChatGPT. Personal goals, I want to try reading 3 books this month and aiming for 3 just because I have a 30 book goal for 2025. I do need to like keep up the pace if I want to hit that goal. I want to plan out my super chill Zen nights. If you missed it with my annual goals, I take like a Gabby self-care day on Tuesday nights, and I usually just have a bath, or to be honest, the last couple of weeks I haven't really been very intentional with it, so I don't really do anything different. I want to like plan it out and get excited for what I'm gonna do for that night. Like, am I gonna have a bath? Am I gonna play Switch? Am I gonna read? Am I going to do a face mask? You know, I just want to have like a plan. It's almost like a meeting that I can't miss, you know? I want to find like fun spots in LA I want to go to. I don't know much about LA. I've never really been as an adult. I think I've only been when I was like 10. I think we want to do some fitness classes, things like that. I just want to plan that out. And I want to play Stardew, and I want to put that in my calendar so that I don't miss it, because I love playing Stardew Valley. Health, I want to meditate daily. I want to continue that. I've been loving meditation. I want to find a therapist as well. I want to start just even looking for one, or, you know, having one session, just begin the process. I think every 2 months I wanted to have a therapy session in 2025. So I didn't do it in January, and I got to do it in February. I want to look for a scalp biopsy spot. I mentioned this in my hair loss video. I want to rebuy my scalp supplement. I've been putting it off. I just haven't bought it because it's like $100 and I just need to buy it. And then I want to be consistent with my deficit calories. I'm currently trying to eat in a little bit of a deficit while I'm in my 75 mid challenge. Finance goals, I want to save $1,000 for LA. I figured out that that's probably what I anticipate spending while I'm there. So I think I already have $200 set aside, so I didn't need to come up with 800 more. I wanted to buy no clothes. I already bought clothes, so this is something I won't be able to do. I wanted to do a no or low spend week. I think I'm going to do that this upcoming week. I'm going to start Saturdays. I want to plan my future purchases, as I mentioned. I want to buy a tripod for my new camera. I need to figure out a better tripod setup because currently you guys are on a bunch of books. I want to do another 2 date nights. I want to plan a cute at-home Valentine's Day date. I want to do like a chocolate fondue thing. I want to plan our 7-year anniversary. Our anniversary is in March. So if we want to do any sort of like weekend trip or event, then I should probably start thinking about that. I want to go for a coffee walk with a friend. I want to book a trip home for my mom's birthday. This is from January. And I want to call my dad Me and my dad are like texters, but I want to call him. Career goals, I want to continue no work after 8:30. I want to be more consistent with tracking my YouTube hours. I've been doing this here and there when I remember, but I just need to be consistent with it. Otherwise the data is inaccurate. I want to continue having fun with YouTube shorts. I've been having a lot of fun just filming stuff, and I think I was overthinking it beforehand. I think I thought I had to make these perfect shorts, and it can just be fun. I want to plan content for the full month, including shorts, which we're gonna do shortly here. And I want to brainstorm some new digital product ideas. Okay, let's have a look at my calendar for the upcoming month, and we'll do a little Notion planning together. Okay, so here's my 2025 dashboard, and if I scroll down, I just have a big calendar here. In this upcoming month, I basically have a couple of big videos that I'm planning. I asked you guys what you were hoping to see, and so the number one thing I heard from you guys was to do a low spend or no spend week, which I will be starting tomorrow, and I will be filming that, so that is in here. I also have, I wanted to log all of my 75 midweeks, so let's do that. So this is going to be 75 midweek 5, and this goes from the 10th until the 16th, and then we have 75 midweek week 6 calendar event, and this goes until the 23rd. And I just like knowing, how much time is left. I think it is helpful. Cool. Yeah, and then I am in LA over Family Day long weekend, which is in mid-month. Obviously there's Valentine's Day coming up, a friend's birthday. I've just been trying to keep my Notion calendar as like my main calendar, especially for content. This is where I do all of my stuff, and then I can use the same information to plan my videos. I like using this system, so like when I am planning a video, I can click in here and I have like video brainstorm. I also do like a ChatGPT outline. You can see the outline for this video right here. And that's kind of how I plan my content. And then I also will drag it over here when it is uploaded. So I just uploaded my January financial reset, and I can say uploaded there. And then I have lots of video ideas on the left here. Anytime I think of a little idea or something like that, I will put it here. This is how I like to plan all of my content, and then I just make sure all the dates work well, and then I can literally just drag something if I'm like, oh, that date doesn't work, or oh, I didn't finish it. I can just drag it around here and it updates the date in the content calendar. So I've been loving this format. I don't need to change my workout split, so every around 8 to 10 weeks I will change my workout split, but because I started this in the beginning of January, I'm going to continue with what I'm currently doing. If you want to know what my workout schedule is, I talk about it in depth in my workout video I just did. So if you're curious, I will leave it in the cards or in the description box. Habit tracker. This is the tracker I've been using for my 75 mid challenge. I personally like a weekly view. I get overwhelmed when I have to look at a full calendar view, but because I'm doing the 75 mid challenge and so many days are getting fully ticked off, I do actually kind of like seeing just the success of all of my habits in one go. I just feel like this is very fun to look at, when you're getting everything done. That is the habit tracker I'm currently using, and it's been really helping me with my 75 mid challenge. Yeah, okay. I think the next portion of planning is going to be in my digital planner, and I will bring you guys along for that. Okay, so I will swap over to my digital planner and we can do a little digital planning session.
Hi everyone, I am going to walk you guys through what I am doing with my digital planner. So I'm going to start by making my own stickers for the month of February. You can totally download sticker packs from artists, and I definitely suggest people do that, but every single month I kind of like to have on theme stickers, and obviously that would be quite expensive. I have found a good way to do this is to download some stickers from Pinterest, and then you can bring them into Procreate and select the background and remove the background, and then you can save that as a PNG, and then you can start importing them into GoodNotes. So that is what I'm doing here, and I am going to import all of the Valentine's Day / February themed stickers that I saved and then remove the background on in Procreate. Okay, once I'm done that, I am going to begin my vision board for the month. I always do a little vision board. This planner doesn't have an area for a vision board, but they do have custom extra pages. So I grabbed one of those, I copied it and pasted it at the beginning of my month so I can have a vision board at the beginning of every single month. And I am going in with the split view mode, and I'm just gonna grab all of the photos I saved to my February Pinterest board and start placing them into this vision board and just start making it look nice and, you know, setting a theme for the month. I've talked about this in the past. I don't necessarily set a vision board as in a inspirational vision board or like it's not aligned with my monthly goals, for example. I do that for 2025 and for the year, but on the monthly digital planner videos, I'm more so setting a theme for the month and how I want my digital spreads to look. I just think that this is fun. It's just a way for me to be creative and I love doing it. I've been doing it for over 2 years now, every single month, and I do like swiping through at the end of the year and having a look at what I decided to go for every single month. So that is what I'm going to be doing here. So my theme for February is very red, obviously, very Valentine's Day. It's definitely a little moodier, a little bit vintage as well, which I really like. And I thought that the stickers actually worked really well with this theme as well. All right, next I will move on to my monthly spread, and I'm just reiterating a lot of the stuff that I have in my Notion calendar here, and that is why I do the Notion calendar first. I don't necessarily need to do this. I really don't use this page that much. This is more so just for fun, just to have the little artistic flair and to, you know, get all of my stuff written into my planner. Sometimes I only have my planner and sometimes I only have my Notion, so it is helpful to have both of them up to date with all of the important dates. And I am going to just add everything in, make it look nice, make it on theme. I wasn't obsessed with the way that this ended up looking, so I did go back and finish it at the end and change a bunch of stuff. So don't be surprised if this changes as you watch, but yeah, I definitely come back to it later. I do love these stickers that I downloaded. I feel like I will be using these for the foreseeable future. I love the $sign and some of the self-care ones as well. And I love the little ones that look like my kitty cats. There's a British short hair one or two that I had to have as well. Okay, moving on to the weekly spread. I have my weekly spread that I prefer in this digital planner. This planner comes with many different spreads for the week. I prefer this one because I like to divide the area in between AM and PM, and then I also use the blank area on the left for my workout schedule. I also love adding the images down the column that's on the left here, and then also at the bottom of the page as well. I just think that this helps me set my theme a little bit better for this page, which I really enjoy. I began filling this in and then didn't really fully finish it, and I come back and do that at the end of the video. Okay, moving on to the daily spreads. I like to fill in the daily spreads as much as I possibly can with a lot of the style for the monthly spread, so that when the day comes, all I have to do is actually add my to-dos. I'm by no means going to be adding all of this artistic stuff into my planner on a daily basis, especially when I'm working. So I like to do a lot of the heavy lifting beforehand, and I actually went through and added this for every single day of the month, because I know I have a busy month. I'm going traveling, I have lots of events coming up, so I do want to just make sure that I'm using my planner. And the best way that I have found that helps me use my planner is if everything is basically good to go at the beginning of the month, and then all I have to do is come in and add my to-dos on the day of. It's just what works for me. I think lots of people will love a bare bones planner where all they have to do is write down their to-dos. I personally like having everything look nice. If it doesn't look nice, I kind of tend to avoid it. And so this is just with trial and error over time. I figured out that the best way for me to succeed and the best way for me to use my planner is to make it as user-friendly for myself, which usually means making it look nice. I don't know why, it just works for me. And I also have my 75 mid challenge to-dos that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So these are gonna have to go in on every single day anyway. So I find just adding as many things that I do on a day-to-day basis into the daily spread, and then all I have to do is copy and paste it into every single day, and it's really not that much effort. I did go through and sort of change some of the colorings of each day. You definitely don't need to do this. I just did it because I liked a little bit of variation on every single day, but it definitely takes a little bit of extra time. And I also like to use those Pinterest images that I saved in the bottom right corner there in that little open area. I feel like this helps tie everything together, makes everything look seamless and on theme, and it's just a bit fun. And at the very end here, I am just going through and adding in all of my workouts that I have to do into every single day, and then also adding those into my weekly breakdown as well, so that I know exactly what I'm doing on every single day. Part of my 75 mid challenge is obviously to work out daily, so I have sort of figured out a schedule that works for me and doesn't make me overly tired or sore. So I have been using this split, and it has been working well. That is everything for my digital planner. I hope you guys enjoyed and this was sort of relaxing to watch. I will jump back so that we can begin to do some of the to-dos I've been putting off.
Next up, we are going to tackle the things that I've been putting off, aka descale an espresso machine. We're gonna mop the floor, and we are going to, what is the other thing I need to do? I don't even remember. We are going to clean the shower. I hate cleaning the shower. This is why it never gets done, because I never ever do it, because I hate it. I hate doing it. Same with mopping the floor, I'm not a big fan, but I do have one of the mop vacuums, so I have no excuse for hating the mop. I really don't. I have no excuse. And that is going to be everything for this monthly reset. I do believe I picked everything off my list that I usually do. I hope that you guys have a lovely start to February and that you enjoyed watching this video. As always, you know, don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to be perfect with this sort of organization. I have slowly ramped up my organization over time to become this person because I know that it makes me feel better as a whole. If I don't do these things, I feel like a mess. I'm a wreck. I cannot function the way that I do. I have a full-time job. I'm doing YouTube. I do all of these things. And the only way it works with me having good mental health is if I'm organized. But don't put pressure on yourself to be this organized, because, you know, if you're just getting through the day, if you're a mom or, you know, you have a crazy job or something like that, like, this is overkill. This might not work for you. But if you're struggling to keep up your routines and be an effective person and be organized and productive, then maybe something like this would be beneficial to you. I don't know. Maybe it's an idea to implement in this year. Okay, those are my closing thoughts. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and doing this reset video. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.